Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about three cameras, three action style cameras. Where two are definitely action. One is a little bit of action and a little bit of your still camera, more professional niche camera. But when you make it waterproof and shockproof, we treat it like an action camera. Welcome. I am filming on the DJI Pocket 2 with a nice cold IPA out in the back. This fuzzball right here, hopefully it sounds good. I haven't used this camera too much. It's just, I think, more of a travel camera, and I really have been traveling. I hope to be traveling soon, but you know how that is with work and everything else, and it's not summertime yet, so maybe summertime this will get used a lot more. All right, so right away, let's start talking about, whoa, you lost me? Hello, I'm right here. Let's talk about the RX0 Mark III, which I am the most excited about. Well, I'm crossing my fingers the most that this one does come into fruition. All right, so you had the Mark II, which you're not making anymore because they had a fire at manufacturing facility. So that one's shut down. You can't find it online. It's, I don't know. So I don't know why. This has happened before where he just kind of freaks out. Keep me in frame, bro. I'm not, I can see I'm cut off right here. What are you doing? This is not where you're focusing. My eyes are, I'm gonna take my glasses off. Hello. See, yeah, the boxes. Come on. Get. Come on. You're so slow. What are you doing? Good job, Active Track. I'm not using that again. Are you happy now? Are you done? Are you done just looking around? All right. So the RX0 Mark II had a couple improvements with 4K internal video, and then they had an update allowing you to half press the shutter to reestablish focus. You pick near or far or single point where you can kind of hit the button and it'll do it that way. And that's, of course, that's better. It's not enough. You always forget about where the focus is. At least I did. I forgot about which I'm near or far the focus, or I half press the shutter, or I stop recording because I do that. So it wasn't the best setup. And the other complaint I had with it was the f4 with a 1-inch sensor, which is great, but in low light, it kind of started to suffer some. For the Mark III, what I would love to see is continuous autofocus, number one, a better image stabilization, not catalyst, and smooth it out, because you lose quality of image, which is not that great. If you can drop down that f4 to a 2.8, whoop whoop, better for low light capability. Bigger battery. I think the battery is too weak, and I know that you're going to need to increase the camera size, which is totally okay. Do that. Increase it. Stop, DJI. Stop saying yes to me. You can increase the size to increase the battery size, and whatever you need to do to put the components in there for continuous autofocus, go for it. It's a little bit bigger. No one's going to care. Steal some of GoPro's technology with their stabilization, the same as DJI's technology with Rocksteady, and put that in that camera. A little bit bigger body, you're talking a rockin' multi-use action niche camera. I just don't know if it's going to happen. Is the Mark III going to come around or not? I thought maybe this year, but it looks like some of the cameras that they came out with, Sony, according to alpha rumors, or next one's going to be an APS-C camera, which I mean, whatever. Hey. All right, let's walk and talk about the next two. Get out of this spot and stop doing this, whatever. All right, we are going to discuss the DJI Action 2, which I am surprised has not come out yet, right? DJI really got it right the first go around. Folks are even buying it now for $200 or less. $200 brand new is an awesome deal, I think. It's got better responsiveness than GoPro with the screen. It's got all the things you need. I don't really like the colors on some of the DJI Action, but you can play with it and make it work for yourself. What does DJI Action 2 really need to improve? Some higher frame rate, maybe. Chesapeake Bay Bridge behind me. You're curious, out in the boat right now, but that's not really important. Important for me, but not for this. Frame rate, again, like everybody else, 120, 4K. Also improve the sensor size, primarily. Features like be able to adjust the view for widescreen, narrow, that kind of thing like that. I think DJI is going to come out with something pretty substantial when it comes to this. I think they have so many tools up their sleeve and so many drones and cameras they've come out with recently that they're going to knock the socks off with the Action 2. That's the one I'm really excited about. Well, second most excited about. First is the Sony, because I just like Sony. And then GoPro, again, the GoPro 10 is going to be pretty much an improved chipset to make it faster, to get the things they want to work to actually work. And that's what's important. It needs one. It's way overdue. You're really pushing the envelope when it comes to that chipset you have in it now. And that's why you got laggy screen, you got things that don't work, you got scheduled capture that just works when it wants to work, it doesn't work when it doesn't want to work. It needs to be a more robust system inside, pushing what you want to do. You got a lot of features you're building in there. You just don't have the brains to make it all work. Get a faster chipset. That's number one. 4K 120, sure, why not? Be great. I'm sure it's coming. But that's really all that GoPro really kind of needs to do, I think, to make that camera better. Of course, you would want a bigger sensor, you want better aperture, that kind of thing. A bigger sensor, they tweaked it a little bit. A 1-inch would be like incredible, right? That's why you really like the Sony Zero cameras, because that 1-inch sensor. So you always say that if you could make that RX0 into like a GoPro, you have the best of like both worlds, right? You have a great camera for photos, you have an incredible camera for action, you can get it wet, you can drop it, you don't have to care about it, you can throw it in a bag. That's what I'm waiting for. Whoever wants to come out with that, let's get it going. So DJI could come out with that with a bigger sensor, GoPro could try to up the game. But I think GoPro's got issues, and if they don't improve their chipset, then they're pretty much going to fall way behind. Folks are completely not happy with the 9. I had an 8, I sold it to get the 9. I had the 9, and I sold it just because I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't stand the bugs. The screen was like laggy. It was just not well done for a high quality GoPro style camera. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Probably going to be Zion Smooth 3 gimbal, but it's got a light on top, which is really cool. And if you are a person that likes to, like here for the ears, walk around the park and film, great inexpensive gimbal with a light on top when you need it. It's always good to have something that gives you more without bringing less gear with you. All right. See ya.